Welcome to Ojii's Origami. Today we are going to do a novice level project, and it's the Japanese crane. In this video we'll do two different versions of the crane. One that allows you to flap its wings, and the second version will be one that you can actually give it a puff of air and it will inflate. We'll be using what is known as the crane base. To start, I'm using pink on one side, white on the other. You can use whatever colors you have. We're going to fold top edge down to the bottom edge, making sure the corners meet exactly if they can. Once your paper is in position, then crease. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to fold the other side over to meet the side. Corners meet perfectly. Once it's in position, hold it in position and then crease. Rotate so that the folded edge is at the top, the open edge is at the bottom. Fold this top corner down to meet the bottom right at the center line. That. Okay, top edge, top corner down to meet the bottom edge. Hold it into position, crease. Turn the paper over and do the same thing. Top corner folds down to meet the bottom right at the center. Okay. The next fold is actually called an open squash fold because we're going to actually open up your paper. We're going to open the center like that. And then the top point comes down to meet the bottom point. That's called the open squash fold, just like that, okay? So we're going to open. Top point comes down to meet the bottom. Hold it into position. And crease. We're going to do the next step, and it's called the kite fold because it's going to look like a kite when you're done. The top has a closed point, that's important. The bottom has the open points. You're going to fold one layer at a time, not all of this, right? You're going to fold one layer just like that, okay? And this edge here, this bottom edge is going to be folded over to meet the center line, like so. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. This bottom edge is going to fold over to meet the center line. Turn it over, do the same thing. This edge is going to fold over to meet the center line. And then this edge is going to fold over to meet the center line. Looks like a kite. Fold this flap down and then back up again. Turn it over, do the same thing. Fold it down and then back up again. So now we have a guideline. And now we're going to open this up. See all these lines we're going to follow now? The next step is the top layer of paper only, just the very top layer of paper. You're going to lift, and it's going to swing on that guideline that you've just folded right there, right? And as it lifts, you're going to see the bottom two edges wanting to fold in like that. That's perfect. That's what you want it to do. So let's work on one. We're going to work on one side first. So as this goes in like that, I'm going to lift this up. See this guideline that you've just created there? You're going to fold the paper so and walk it along that guideline, just like that. See that? And same thing on this side. This comes in on that bottom guideline, and then the top part, there's a guideline there. Walk it along that fold. Creases, nice sharp creases. Turn it over and we're going to do the same thing. Open it up. Lift that top layer of paper. Walk this in on that first guideline. And there's that second line there. See that? Same thing on this side. This folds in on that line. And you're going to walk it right up along that top guideline, just like that. And then crease it. The first model we're going to create is going to be the crane that flaps its wings, okay? So what we're going to do next is this edge here. This edge is going to be folded to meet the center line. I'll show you. Just like that. See that? And then crease. You're going to turn it over. And the sister edge, okay, not this one, but this edge here is now going to be folded over. So that when you're done, you've got one thin neck and one thick tail. One thin neck and one thick tail. See that? We're now going to fold the neck upwards. So you're going to pick up your project with two hands, and as you separate these two pieces of paper with fingers like this, you're going to have your thumbs push that paper up. Okay, can you see that? I'm opening, and the thumbs are pushing that up. As that paper swings upwards, we're going to close it, and it's going to close. It's called an inside reverse fold because it's inside, and now the reverse is folding along the center line like this. Okay, and then squeeze at the bottom. Now, just to make your crane look better, don't swing this up all the way into here. Just select an angle that you're comfortable with, and I selected an angle something like that. For the tail, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to open up the back with your fingers like this, and your thumbs, you're going to coax the tail upwards. Once it's get up, you're going to inside reverse and squeeze like so. And then the wings will fold down all the way like this. One wing, turn it over, second wing. And then you just make them look like that. To form the head, we're going to open this paper up slightly like that. And then we're going to fold this piece of paper down like that. And then squeeze it along the center line to form the head. Okay. To make the wings flap, hold the crane at the base like this. And the tail, instead of bending it down, that won't work. You grab the tail near the base and you pull the tail in and out, back and forth this way, and that should make your wings flap. Once that's complete, we're going to make a variation of this crane. We're going to use this model. Fold your wings back up. Fold your tail down back the way it was originally, like that. And then just like you did with the neck, we're going to fold this edge over to meet the center. Turn it over. Do the same thing. This edge is going to fold over to meet the center. And once again, we're going to open and raise the tail. Once it's raised, we're going to squash it back in, right along that center line. We're going to fold the wings back down. They're going to look slightly different this time. Okay. This time, if you turn the crane over, you're going to see now, right in the very, I'll get my pencil for you, there's a hole right in the very bottom of the crane. You can see it better if you slightly pull the wings apart. With that little hole, you give it a little puff of air, and the back of the crane should inflate. Sorry. So now it looks like that. And that's the inflating crane. Alright, very good. If you've enjoyed this video, please press like and press subscribe on the video screen. I'd appreciate that. And we'll see you next time. Thank you for joining Ojii's Origami. Bye for now.